billion in government waste. Guess who's going down for it? The liberal mainstream media and the Democrats have been criticizing every single member of the Trump administration so far. One of the main targets that liberals have zeroed in on is the new Housing and Urban Development Secretary, Ben Carson. Critiques of Trump's pick stated that Ben Carson is merely a surgeon with no government experience, and therefore isn't suited for the position. But Carson just proved all of them wrong with this recent discovery that Obama's former HUD secretary, Julian Castro, mysteriously missed. From the Daily Wire, President Trump picked Carson to head the Department of Housing and Urban Development, whose budget grew by leaps and bounds under Barack Obama. In one of his first acts as HUD secretary, Carson ordered an audit of the agency. What he found was staggering: $520 billion in bookkeeping errors. The total amounts of errors corrected in HUD's notes and consolidated financial statements were $516.4 billion and $3.4 billion, respectively, the auditors wrote. So Ben Carson was mocked by liberals for being unqualified, yet the supposedly qualified Julian Castro created $500 billion in errors. These bookkeeping errors are likely intentional embezzlement by Democrats who were emboldened to do so under Obama. Now that their crime spree is over, the Democrats are kicking and screaming because this find suggests there are many more government agencies in need of an audit. Someone is going to pay for this massive waste of taxpayer dollars. The only question is, how high does it go? Where was the money embezzled to? Hopefully, we can pin the tail on a very important donkey. Outsiders like Trump and Carson prove that because they are not a part of the swamp, they are just the people we need to keep the government in check. Just think, if Hillary Clinton had won, we never would have known this was happening. What do you think of this? Share your opinion. Trey Gowdy shocks Congress: "I don't give a damn whose careers are ruined." We love Trey. Truth always wins. We are in awe of this man. It's refreshing to our hearts that America has Trey and several other representatives who live and work within the rule of law. Stemming from his work and brave convictions, certainly more and more reps in the House will follow suit. And as that occurs, every time we see an elected official take a stand for morality and logic, we will describe those events, in honor of Trey, as moments of Gowdy mode activation. Trey Gowdy talks about Benghazi and Hillary Clinton email. Breaking. Government is making their final decision about George Soros. He is not gonna like it. The fake philanthropist George Soros creates a mess all over the world. But recently he is not doing so well. His puppet installments from everywhere are losing massively by the conservative institutions. Everyone in the United States knows about his evil deeds. It looks like now, one African country is issuing a lawsuit against him for interfering with their politics. Fox News reported that a $10 billion suit against George Soros alleges the recognized humanitarian of interfering with the state policies of a poor African country for his own personal gain, a charge the billionaire's critics say demonstrates his longtime modus operandi. The 86-year-old entrepreneur, who manages a web of international nonprofits along with his substantial financial empire, managed, through the government of Guinea, to freeze Israeli company BSG Resources out of the West African nation's lucrative iron ore mining deals, based on the suit filed a month ago in New York federal court by BSG Resources. BSGR alleges in court papers, Soros was motivated solely by malice, as there was no economic interest he had in Guinea. This was a great move because Soros was involved in massive scandals all over the world. The good thing is that people recognize his evil ways and they react. What do you think of this? Share your. Breaking: Julian Assange exposes 6 top Republicans out to overthrow Trump. WikiLeaks is an international nonprofit organization which publishes secret information, news leaks, and classified media. This organization was founded by Julian Assange. We have already known, the Republican Party is full of traitors who worked against President Donald Trump. However, the nonprofit organization recently released the names of the traitors: John McCain, John Kasich, Carly Fiorina, Paul Ryan and Lindsey Graham. Although they wanted to make sure that Trump lost the elections, they also want to undermine him ever since he won. All of the traitors have committed treason. First, they need to be fired and then face charges for treason. Advertisement: WikiLeaks released an email exchange between Huma Abedin and John Podesta in which they talk about how to divert money from the Clinton campaign to the Republicans who worked for Hillary Clinton. According to the email, which was sent in July, the money from Clinton's campaign was diverted to the super PACs of Jeb Bush, Carly Fiorina, and John Kasich. The email says, JB, CF, and JK PACs will be noticeably silent for the rest of the campaign. Each will receive a significant allowance from advertising budget. HRC is in the loop and has talked to all three personally. Eyes only. This was before House Speaker Paul Ryan declined Trump's invitation to speak at an event in Wisconsin. Other emails that suggest that the money was transferred to Republicans in the House and Senate. Advertisement, for example. John McCain received funds after he criticized President Trump. After that, his challenger in this tight race, Kirkpatrick, lost his key donors, funds, and support from the DNC and the DSCC right before the end of the race. This suggests that McCain is sponsoring the Russian investigation led by the committee. Senator Lindsey Graham also received funds from the Clintons. According to one email that says cleared the road for him in 2020, it may mean that there won't be a Democrat in the South Carolina Senate race where Graham wants to be re-elected. Graham was also called to look into the Russian interference in the election. It's such a shame that President Trump is betrayed by his own party. The representatives took an oath to support the Constitution and laws for our benefits. It appears that they really care only about their benefits. We can't find out for sure who are the true Republicans, so President Trump better watches his back. However, thanks to the emails released by WikiLeaks, we know that Graham and McCain aren't true Republicans. Steve Bannon warns Trump fans to be prepared for what's coming next. Steve Bannon just issued a warning to all the various enemies lined up against President Trump and all the fans lined up to support Trump about what's coming next. So we can all be prepared because it is going to get bloody. Quickly. Advertisement: look, Trump is not a politician and he knew draining the swamp was never going to be easy. Bannon was a key voice, one of many, inside the Trump administration, and many wonder what will happen without him to be 100% loyal to Trump. More often than not in the debates that raged in Trump's White House over policy, it was Steve Bannon and Donald Trump versus the rest of the advisors. Advertisement: Trump and Bannon share the same core beliefs around trade, immigration, etc. Trump's been talking about getting better trade deals when Bannon was still an investment banker, so it is nonsense to say Bannon shaped Trump's views. But it is correct to say that they both share those views, and when they combine their efforts, magic happened. But governing is not campaigning, and Trump was smart enough to surround himself with a very diverse lot. But Bannon doesn't plan to go quietly and will actually be more effective helping Trump pass his agenda. If there's any confusion out there, let me clear it up. I'm leaving the White House and going to war for Trump against his opponents, on Capitol Hill, in the media, and in corporate America, Bannon told Bloomberg News. The Trump presidency that we fought for, and won, is over, he said. We still have a huge movement, and we will make something of this Trump presidency. But that presidency is over. Bannon went on to explain that President Trump's administration will probably be much more conventional with his exit, and to be honest, this may be a good thing. As we have seen, the swamp bites back. Trump is flexible. He came in with a mandate and trusted Congress to do their jobs. They blew it, so now Trump will change course a bit and try a different tack. And Bannon is in a good spot to drive the media narrative in a way that serves Trump, not hurts him, as CNN does. Now, it's gonna be Trump, Bannon said. I just think his ability to get anything done, particularly the bigger things, like the wall, the bigger, broader things that we fought for, it's just gonna be that much harder. Now I'm free. I've got my hands back on my weapons, he added before issuing his warning to Trump's enemies. Someone said, "It's Bannon the Barbarian." I am definitely going to crush the opposition. There's no doubt. I built a effing machine at Breitbart. And now I'm about to go back, knowing what I know, and we're about to rev that machine up. And rev it up we will. Secret Service hits back at dumb state senator after Trump assassination post as pressure builds to resign. There have been calls for the resignation of State Senator Maria Chappelle Nadal since she posted on Facebook that she hoped President Trump would be assassinated. The Secret Service is now investigating her as the post has since been deleted. Chappelle Nadal has been very stout in her call for assassination. She is refusing to resign and she has apologized, but now, like all liberals, she is calling for Trump's impeachment. It's all calculated. The reason they keep posting assassination comments and then deleting them is to send the message that one of their followers must be a martyr for their cause. They keep pushing harm upon the president. Advertisement. Below is a picture of the disgusting woman. There is no reason to assassinate a president. It's disgusting. I hate Obama, but he was president and he was our duly elected president. Also, impeachment. What for? Advertisement. I am not resigning. What I said was wrong, but I am not going to stop talking about what led to that, which is the frustration and anger that many people across America are feeling right now, Chappelle Nadal told the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. No, I don't want to see anyone assassinated, but he should not be president, he should be impeached, Chappelle Nadal told St. Louis TV station KMRV. I condemn it, Senator Claire McCaskill, Demo, said in an emailed statement to the Post-Dispatch. It's outrageous. And she should resign. Representative William Lacey Clay, a Democrat, said that State Senator Chappelle Nadal should resign. He did say that when you call for the assassination of a president it is a federal crime. He said she should retire immediately. Not only should she resign, she should be thrown in jail. You don't get to say sorry to make up for a crime. You must do the time. Now, the Secret Service has confirmed it is investigating Chappelle Nadal's posts. The St. Louis field office of the Secret Service is looking into the comments, Secret Service spokeswoman Kathy Milhoan said in a statement to CNN. The Secret Service investigates all threats against the president, vice president, and other protectees, whether they be direct, implied or comments in passing, she added. What do you think about